Hello and welcome to Teaching Your Child's first course, Those Who Can Teach Their Children. We've been teaching you all about what good teachers do and how they do it. This is our final module, Lesson Planning.
As a prerequisite to our course, it's important that you read the TYC guide. We've provided a free download link for you here.
So what we're going to cover in this module is an effective lesson plan and what it contains, how to decide objectives, and how to incorporate movement and assessment. At TYC, we like to make big picture plans. So our lesson plans will be an entire unit, and then we fragment down to daily strategic plans that are more like a checklist for each class period. And we've talked about the importance of that in our curriculum weaving module. So what does an effective lesson contain? It's going to contain pedagogical content knowledge, constructivism, movement, and effective assessment. Now, let's get into what these kind of jargonal words mean. So constructivism is when we relate back to the learning that they know. We like to call this the spiral approach, or my favorite, icing a layered cake. Who doesn't love cake? So what exactly is a spiral approach? This is a method where the basic facts of a subject are learned without worrying about the details. And then as the learning progresses, additional details are introduced, while at the same time, they're related back to the basics, which are re-emphasized many times to help them enter into a long-term memory. All right, so you guys know what time it is. It's time for the stylus, and I don't think I've gotten any better, but we'll work through it here. Okay, so in the spiral approach, we've got some observing and reflecting going on. And then we move into when we're learning, the actual learning of something. It's really getting cemented into those synapses. And then our brains will decide or plan where it needs to go. And then we act it out, meaning we use what we learned applicably. And then it just keeps on going, where we go back to learning and observing some new and reflecting on new information. And then actually learning it, where we decide and plan where it's going to go and then act it out. And it just keeps on going. So each lesson, you'll just layer and layer on new information with old information. The spiral approach can be applied in 3 different ways. It can be within the single content of a lesson, or a subject matter that can last a few months or an entire comprehensive unit of study. Specifically for a homeschooling family, this strategy can last an entire duration of schooling. It's great because we have portfolios and our lessons and our journals, and so we can refer back to what our children have learned.